Hello, Crafty Friends. Thanks so much for stopping by. Welcome. If you're new to my channel, please like and subscribe. And if you wish, leave me a comment and let me know how I can be an encouragement to you. Today, we are making different frames using different medium, uh, mostly index cards. These are 4 by 6. Uh, some of these are just cut in half. Okay. And some are whole with a trim. So you can use different mediums. And I even have a card here that I wanted to use. So I'll show you that. But I'm just showing you the different styles. I've made my frames and I stitched around them and added some gold leaf in here. Then when you get ready to use them, you'd of course have to find some media to put in there, and I don't have anything planned here yet. Depends what journal, but you can do something like that. If you had a photo journal or whatever image you want to put in there, and you could put it right down on your page, or you could make it freestanding. You could glue this on here um, and make a pocket back here. So there's different ways to finish them off. These are shorter ones. These are 3 by 4. This one I left a wider piece here so that you could, for instance, if you wanted to add something to the bottom, which like I said, I don't have anything planned, but you could add something bigger here and then add an image up here of some sort and put that down. Um, and again, that could have something behind it as well, or just on your page. So there's this style. And then this is same size, but this is longer in here. Okay, so I didn't leave a base down here. So again, something in the background, add some stickers, and you're done. This one is another long one. So these were, you could get 2 of these to a card, I believe. Yeah. Yeah, if you keep these 3 inches, you could get 2 of these to a card. Okay. But you can use any background. I'm just using those cards because I have them. Here's a ticket style. I like the shape of a ticket. And this one is 2.5 by 3.25. But that's cute too if you wanted to, if you had a nice image to put in there. That's cute. And I suppose you could use some of your photos. You might have to blow them up a little bit to get them to fit in here. But, just any image. But I like the ticket style. So it was just cut out, sort of oblong, and then I cut my circle, my square, and I'll show you how to do that. And I inverted my corners to make it look like a ticket. This was a scrap. I drew a circle with my template because I don't have a big enough circle punch, and left some space here. And again, you could add to it. Add different pieces to it. Put something behind it. It's a good way to use up stuff that you have. Or if you're making a kit with a theme, you could have your theme here. Now we just trim that to fit in there. So there's a circle one. And then this is an oblong one, but I turned this one on its side. So if you had, you could do it this way. So you can use anything for background. I like this card and I'm going to cut it up. And then last but not least was I had some tags in my bin here that, oh, I'm sorry, this is so disorganized. My stuff is all over the place. Well, I had some of these tags, so I just cut it out. And again, you could put whatever you want in here to go with your journal. Or you could have words. Okay, so I'll show you how we did that one. We just cut out our tag, and I know you all have tags. And this might not be the best example because this has a pattern on it. But what's fun is if you do the tag, they already have a background. And I just turn it over, and I decide how big. So this is 2.5 inches. So I might say go down about an inch, and let's just come in a 1/4 of an inch here and a 1/4 of an inch there, and then go down to wherever you decide. And we'll go in a 1/4 inch to a 1/4 inch. That looks a little close. I'm going to just come in a little bit more. Now you can use whatever, oops, that's not straight. That's why I do it on the back. Okay, you can use whatever to cut this out. I like these sharp scissors, but you can also, I'll show you a different tool for the next one. So we're just cutting this out, and like I said, we're on the wrong side, so it's all good. So you can use anything to make a frame. These are just fun. Okay. So then I would, I have some gold metallic paint, and I'm not going to do it now, but I would paint around the hole there. They're all painted. It's a little bit hard to see, but they're painted. I'd paint around there, and I would stitch because I'm into stitching, and I either stitched around the hole or around the out. You can't see this one, around the outside of the piece. So, and like I said, you don't have to stitch. You could faux stitch. Just take a pen and you could just take a pen of your choice and just probably not the best pen for this. Oh, it's a Sharpie. Yeah, it doesn't seem that sharp. And you could just do your faux stitching. Okay? And then when it was done, again, you would be able to mount something behind it or saying, you know, there's a lot you can do with it, okay? Or just get something sweet to put in here. So I like them. So that's how you do this one. And then this one, I just thought we would, let's see. Let's make a long one. This is like a Polaroid one. I like that style. So it's 3x4. So I'm just going to get my cutter out and 3x4. I can't use this one, but I can use that for something. So we have that. And then again, I'll just turn it over. And we know it's 3. So, oops. I'm just going to go down about 1 inch. And then just go a half in here and a half in there. And here, I have about 1 inch on the bottom, so I have to here, here, and here. Now this one, I'm just going to use my gyro cutter. It's a gyro cut, and this helps my hand. And you can just do it as long as you have a mat. And you can put a ruler there to steady yourself. Oops, if you need it, but I'm good. So yeah, I just got my ink in, so I'll power my printer up and I can start printing some things to work on some journals and things. Now this didn't go through, so I might just take my little scissors and just give it a little boost. This is a little thicker than I'm normally going through, but it works. But this is a good way if you want to use the square for something. So here's a Polaroid size. I would still stitch it, and then you can put something in there. And then you have this, and this could go into a, I don't know if we have a smaller one, but this would work in a smaller piece. Okay, so, if you're going to want to save this, then use a tool so that stays straight. But yeah, so that's a Polaroid size. And you can make them any size you want. This one's a little narrower on top. This one's wider on the bottom. But then that allows you to put like something bigger down on the bottom. Put something like that on there. So yeah, stitch around it, ink around it, and you're done. Okay, the other one I wanted to show you was these that I covered. So let's see. let's let's feature these. Okay, so these are just this is 3 by 3.5, 3 by 4. Yeah, I'm trying to do them 3 by 4 because then they'll fit a big one. So let's take one of our index cards and they're already one, two, they're 4 inches long, so let's just cut them 3 inches across, okay? So because it's 6 inches, you'll get two. So that's this size here. So you can either go long ways or you can do them this way when you decorate them. That's the only difference. So for these, I again made my holes, and like I said, you can make them any size you want. So I'm going to just, I know that's 3 across, and I just want to come down a 1/2 inch, so that's here, and I want to go in a 1/2 inch. Um, so I want to go down. Okay. And the same thing on the bottom. I want to go up. I want to go up a 1/2 inch. I'm just using the lines here. Okay, so now these are going to be long, okay? But that's okay. That's what I want. So we're just going to pencil some lines here. That's not an inch, so we have to come up here to 1/2 inch up here. Okay, it doesn't matter about any of this extra stuff because you're going to cover it. Okay, so we have that here, and we're going to use this. And I don't care if it's a little messy. I don't care on this because I'm going to. The edges in here are going to be rough. I'll show you. I actually like the index cards because you can use the lines as guides. If cutting straight and drawing aren't your forte, like me. Okay, so then you have this. Then I took some strips of paper. I just have a couple left over here, and these are a little over an inch, and I'm going to fold them in half. And I'm simply going to put them on here with the rough edge here, okay? The rough edge facing here. So I'm going to put this here, cut it, go all the way around with my glue stick. So simple, right? So there's different ways to to decorate these and to create them. And you're just going to use your imagination. Oh, sparkle. So what happens here is this will be able to go either way until you decorate it. Okay? You'll just pick what side you want. So that's there. So I usually start here and then I'll put a piece here, a piece here, and a piece here. And I just go around it like this. And like I said, match your journal if you're doing a journal. And these are just nice to have available so that when you're making something, then you could decorate them and they could match. If you do neutral colors like this. I don't think I put glue on that side very well, did I? And you can, cover them with book pages. I'm just using scraps that I have available. I could trim. And I like this look. If you want something different, you could, I'm just going to cut this. So just fold it in half as best you can. And add your glue. And I'm okay that it's all wonky like that. I don't mind that. I think that'll look cool when it's placed down on something. And you're going to add, the gold ink in there. So this one can go either way until you, you can stitch it and then decide which is your front. And it either can go vertical or horizontal when you decorate it. Okay, so that's that step. This one was the ticket, and this I said was 2.5 by 3.25. But like I said, you can do them any size you want. 2.5 by 3.25. Let's see. Okay, let's use some decorative paper, and then we don't have to cover it. So I said it was 2.5 by 3.25. So 2.5. I'm going for this piece here. 2.5 by 3.25. So 3.25 would be there. Let's cut the other end off. 3.25. Well, let's even that off. Three and a quarter. 3.25. Oops. that's your base. And just decide where you want to cut your hole. So we're going to go on the back again. And I went down a 1/2 inch and in a 1/2 inch. So we'll say that's our starting point. And so we'll do this. Some of this out of here. Okay. You want to move it over a little bit. Let's move this over just to here. Okay. And we can use our tool here. This is a good way too that you can use up a lot of your little bits and bobs to decorate with. Okay. And if it looks a little rough, you can just clean it up. Okay. Then I get I'm just using a circle punch, and I'm just and then if you stitch around it again, and you add something pretty here, and then you could add something in here. It'd be pretty. Okay, so that's the ticket style. And then this one I'm not going to do because I don't have a punch. But this is 2.5 by 3 3/4. You just take whatever part of your paper that you want, either trace or punch out a circle, and stitch around it, and there you go. This large one was just an index card, and a piece of this designer paper that comes in these pads, or any designer paper. I glued this on. I made my frame, stitched, trimmed, and that was it. So that's an easy one. So there's just a lot of variety. And it's a good way to just use up, not necessarily scraps, but because you can, make you can make themed windows to match what you're working on. No, I'm going to have to trim. I was talking and I wasn't paying attention. So let's just trim this down. There's no right or wrong way in crafting or scrapbooking. And if you don't like that, you can grab some washi or something. And we'll just cover that up. And put it right on the seam. You can always fix it. So then decide again where you want your frame to be. I went in 3/4 of an inch on these three sides and left the bottom. Okay, so let's get a ruler. And I went down 3/4 of an inch here. Let's put it on the line. Three-quarters there. Let's see, 3/4 here. And three-quarters there. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so and how far? That was 3 1/4. I'm going to come down 3 1/4, roughly. So there's our opening. And you can straighten this out. And there you have a larger one. And again, you can do it vertical or horizontal. So you have the large frame. You have a ticket style shape. You have some um, Polaroid style. Then you have some vertical or horizontal. And you have some made with tickets. So I hope you are encouraged to make some frames. I will stitch around these and decorate them when I use them in my journals. These would make great Happy Mail gifts too. If anyone is interested in receiving some of these, uh, send me write something in the comments and maybe I'll pick somebody. Okay? Have a blessed, beautiful day, my friends. Bye now.